शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तां गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् यथा यथा प्रत्यगवस्थितं मनः तथा तथा मुञ्चति बाह्यवासनाः निःशेषमोक्षे सति वासनानाम् आत्मानुभूति प्रतिबन्धशून्या। The result of any action depends upon the nature of the job. Any action for that matter, the result depends upon the nature of the job. When it is, the result is mental, it takes time because it is very subtle and the person alone is the proof for that. Something happening outside, everybody will see that. But when something is happening inside, the person alone is proof for that. Whatever he or she is, whether he is disturbed or he is comfortable, he alone is the proof for that. So, we are talking about a subject matter which is the best with respect to everything in this world, everything in this universe, you can say. Subject matter, the best. Why? Because it will never make you unhappy. And in fact, everybody is after happiness. They may say, I'm after this and that, but in fact, everybody is running after happiness. Okay, so now, when the disturbances are reduced, disturbances inside the mind, when they are reduced, a time comes when the person remains comfortable. Now, this knowledge of the Lord is not contradictory to the knowledge of the world, knowledge of the objects of the world. Just like when you have the knowledge of a given thing, let's say you have got the knowledge of an instrument, a musical instrument, harmonium. You have got the knowledge of harmonium, let's say. You didn't have the knowledge earlier. Now you have got the knowledge of harmonium because of your practice. Okay, so your knowledge of harmonium doesn't take away the other knowledges that are inside you. It is not contradictory to other knowledges at all. Your knowledge of harmonium will be there, and along with that, other knowledges which you have, they also will be there. So no problem. Similarly, be sure about it, I am telling you. Be sure. Your knowledge of the Lord will be there, along with all other knowledges. There won't be any problem, I tell you. So don't be afraid of this pursuit. There are people who are very afraid of this. What will happen, I don't know, etc. Nothing to be worried. All your knowledges will be there. All your things, whatever they are with you, they will be there. They won't vanish because you knew the Lord. Also, these are all confusions, you know. You need to remove all the confusions so that your living becomes comfortable. So, when the causes of disturbance, they get reduced. I say again and again. Why? Because instantly You cannot say from tomorrow, tomorrow I won't be angry, I won't be greedy, I won't be unhappy. From tomorrow onwards, you can't say. It depends on the subject matter, I told you. It depends on the subject matter you are dealing with. If brooming a place, small little place, you are asked to broom, suppose. It's very easy. Within a matter of 5 minutes, you can broom the place. But when we talk about remaining cool, you remain cool. All the time you remain cool, suppose I say. And how long you have to practice? Till you are very sure that anything that will happen in future, I won't be disturbed. Yeah, that should be. I am comfortable now, and I can understand for myself that anything that happens in future, I am not going to be disturbed. Why you are not going to be disturbed? Because you know there is no source of disturbance. You have discovered there is no source of disturbance. That is the understanding of the Lord. Why should you otherwise worship a Lord? Why should you try to understand the truth about the universe? Very selfish person, I tell you. The person who is interested in knowing about the Lord is very selfish and should be also. Let everybody be selfish. Not at the cost of anybody else in this world. That's very important. Not at the cost of anybody else. Let everybody be selfish. I want to keep myself happy throughout my life. Let everybody do it, no problem. Selfish not with respect to small little objects of the world. Selfish with respect to my own happiness. And in fact, our ancestors and scriptures, they have said, everybody works for oneself alone. Everybody works for himself or herself. Nobody does anything for others. You may say, the mother is taking care of the child. Doing all sorts of things for the child, the mother does. And by doing that, the mother is very happy. See? The mother cannot say, I am taking care of you, etc. She is taking care of her, but in the process, she is enjoying. And she is doing for herself, in fact. By doing that, she is enjoying. So, everybody does for oneself. Nobody does for anybody else. Even if you are giving away your property to somebody else, by giving that you are becoming happy. Helping somebody, by helping you are becoming happy. In fact, people who are troubling others, giving troubles to others, they are also happy by doing that. Of course, that sort of thing is not going to become good for them, because in future they are going to get sorrow, definitely. So, knowledge of the Lord is not against whatever other knowledges you have. Knowledge of the Lord doesn't take away anything that you have. They'll be there. So it all depends entirely upon your understanding. And understanding should be very clear. So here in this verse, it has been said, the more you remain comfortable with respect to the understanding, because of the understanding of the Lord, the less and less you become disturbed. It's a gradual process. It doesn't happen instantly. You cannot swear. You can't swear that from tomorrow onwards I will never be angry. You can't swear. You cannot. Nobody can. So you have to understand the nature of the mind. You have to, just like we understand the nature of mango, we understand the nature of leafy vegetables. You understand the nature of carrot and all. To understand the nature and use accordingly. Similarly, we should allow ourselves to grow. We shouldn't strangulate ourselves. We should allow ourselves to grow. Systematic growth. Patting ourselves on the back. You encourage yourself throughout. In spite of all the odds, you encourage yourself. Because that's the only way. So the road should be very clear. This is the way I have to go. And even if I falter sometimes, I don't stop. I get going. I keep going in the right direction because I have got the direction. That getting direction is very important. See, when you understand the Lord, I'm telling you very clearly, when you understand the Lord, what will happen? The word that you used earlier as the world becomes the Lord now. That's it. The tomato remains the tomato. The potato remains the tomato. The human beings remain the human beings. Dog, cat, etc., whatever they will be there. They will remain like that. But today, after understanding this truth, they become the manifest form of the Lord. That's it. It takes time. From understanding the things of the world to the level of understanding everything is the manifest form of the world, manifest form of the Lord, it takes time. That is called growth. That is called spirituality. No imagination, etc. No imaginary Lord, etc. That is going to work. Because life is, this is how the life is. And while living alone, you have to understand what is the Lord. So, systematic approach. See, for example, action. Everybody acts, because without activities, living is impossible. You know very clearly. Once you got up means you have to work. What sort of work I will do? What sort of work? We all do something, this or that. I am doing this, and you are also listening to me. You are also doing this. So this, you are hearing. I am speaking and hearing both. I am doing something. You are also doing something. Now, what should you understand based on this? I am supposed to do this. I am supposed to do this. Why I am doing this? Because this is useful for me. Very clear. I am doing something which is harmful. I don't do that. In fact, people, those who commit suicide, they also think that it will be better if they commit suicide. Otherwise, they won't commit. So, with respect to action, what should you understand so that you remain comfortable? First of all, you are bound to act. Everybody is bound to act. In fact, the animals, birds, they are also acting. Once they got up means they start doing things, this and that. And human beings also, they are not the exception. It's the same thing, like others. So, with respect to action, what should you understand so that you remain comfortable? Suppose you have planned, I'll do this, okay? You have planned, I'll do this, fine. Now, and why you have planned to do that? Any job you take up, why do you take up that sort of a job? Because you know that you can do it. Nobody has got the desire, nobody has got the desire. Now, after some time, I will try to fly. Nobody has got the desire. Somebody may say whimsically, but nobody can have the desire that I will fly after 1 hour, etc. No. Fly means with wings, not with aeroplane at all. No. I will fly with wings. Wings are not there with human beings. I cannot fly. So whatever is not possible, I know very clearly. And nobody does that. I am not exception to that. So now, when I do something, I do as per my knowledge, as per the external situation. You know very well the situation what happened in the time of Corona. You were restricted to your home. Almost everybody you can say in this world. There was some little bit of movement, but restricted. That was the situation. You have to act accordingly, given the external situation. So, when you act, what sort of understanding should you have so that you remain comfortable? I think I'll do this. Whatever you are doing. I'm talking to everybody in this world, I tell you. So, whatever you are doing, you have decided that you're doing that because you know about the job and you know you need to do that. But what is the nature of the action? Nature of the action is you can plan, but you can't be sure of the result. Without thinking of the result, also you are not going to. You cannot work. You can't do it. You can't do anything. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going. I'm doing this job. You can't say. You have to be very careful. No, if I do this, this will happen. If I don't do this, this will happen. You analyze. We do analyze. Everybody does it. Very diluted person. He's not so attentive about all these things. Drunkards, they don't bother about what they do, this and that. They don't don't worry about scolding others because something is there inside the stomach. No, it will come out in the form of scolding, etc. to others, and he will get beaten also. They get beaten. Even then, they will continue doing that because they are not in their control. Such people never become happy. I tell you, you should just see. So when you do something, you analyze that yes, I know this, I can do this, and I think this will be the result. And if the result is not according to my expectation, because I don't know, I expect this thing to happen, but it may happen, it may not happen, because I have seen the nature of action from my past experiences. The universal. Nobody can say, tomorrow I will definitely do this. Ask anybody in this world. All the people, whoever are alive today, ask them, tomorrow at particularly this time I will do this. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock I will do this. Let anybody ask to say. They may say, tomorrow at 12 o'clock I will do this, but we can be very sure. Based on our understanding, uncertainty factor is there. If things go well, he will do this, I will do this, you will do this. If things go well, means what? That things go well, there is some element of the Lord. The understanding is the Lord. If things go well, I will do this. If things go well, he will do this. And if things do not go well, it cannot be done well and good, that is very important. Without, if I cannot do this, then I'll be ruined, suppose you say. If I cannot do this, I'll be ruined, means what? You have not understood the life thoroughly. Which activity in this world can save any human being? Which activity? Nothing. Be sure. No activity, I tell you. No activity. That is the nature of the world. Nobody bothers about anybody's activities. So many people did so many things and passed away in this world. This much analysis we can have. I am ready to act definitely, but my activities are very big, very significant. Without the activity, I cannot remain comfortable. These are all nonsense. Nonsense is what? I have not analyzed the nature of action. Nobody is indispensable. That understanding should be there, and that is the reality. So, when I understand this and act accordingly, whatever the result comes, well, I am ready to accept it. Suppose I try doing this again and again, what will happen? Any activity that I will do in the future, I won't be worried. Yes, I have taken the medicine. Medicine will work definitely, but how long it will take for the disease to be cured, I don't know. Nobody knows. The person who has prescribed the medicine, he also doesn't know. That's the reason why he has prescribed the medicine, and you go after another 5 days and you say, see, when the fever is not gone, then he will again put his mind, so what did I prescribe and what happened to this fellow? This didn't work, let me try another. So Don't be very sure that because you have gone to the right doctor, your ailment will be cured. Hmm? That's not the reality of life, the reality of action. The doctor is also acting, you are also acting, everybody is acting, acting according to one's own knowledge. You can't scold the doctor. People do scold the doctors. Those who scold the doctors, what does it mean? They do not understand the nature of action. They do not know the nature of action. So, why do you forget? Suppose the doctor forgot some medicine. Possibly you also forget so many things. Everybody forgets. In fact, sometimes sometimes they forget the napkin inside the stomach. Also, after operating, they leave a napkin inside. Someone left a scissor inside. You say. So every day somebody is doing something. There will be some mistakes. Everybody is liable to commit mistakes. There is part and parcel of action, part and parcel of life throughout. Nature of action is like that. So some action like that, leaving a scissor inside the stomach, it may damage the patient definitely, but it is done. It is done. It's not deliberate action. It happens. It happens universally. Recipient is the patient. Patient is the recipient. So there are punishment. For knowingly, if you do something wrong, there will be punishment. Unknowingly, suppose you do, result will be there. You will get the result of that unknown wrong action, but you will not feel guilty. So you do feel guilty, sometimes. I should have done this, so it would have been better. Yes, that's correct. But why you didn't do that? That's how the nature of the mind. Something doesn't strike. You want to remember somebody. What is that thing? What is that? I'm not able to remember his name, etc. So that is the nature of the mind. You have to understand. Similarly, the world, when you are transacting, slowly the world will turn into the Lord. World will not vanish after this knowledge. Everything becomes Lord. Yes, everything is there. No problem. Just like all the languages are sound, fine, no problem. It doesn't mean English is not different from German, or German is not different from any other languages in this world. There will be differences, but the differences are because of the non-difference. That is spirituality. Non-difference seems like being different. This scripture gives an example again and again. With respect to the dream example is given. In the dream, you see so many things, but it is all one consciousness. So earlier, I thought this is potato alone. Now it is becoming the grace of the Lord. Just like the sun is the grace of the Lord. The Lord has put the sun over there. The Lord has put ocean there. Ocean means what? A lot of water. You wonder. Similarly, the Lord has kept this object here, potato. The Lord has made it. It is eatable. Eatable for whom? Those who eat. For the rat, for the goat, etc. And definitely human beings. So, and who eats? I am eating. Suppose I understand the existence of the Lord in the potato, suppose. Slowly, because of my spiritual growth, I am able to appreciate the presence of the Lord in the potato, suppose. Then I am eating the Lord. No, the eater also is the Lord. The eater also is the Lord. The Lord wanted to become like this. Just like the Lord wanted to become potato, I call it potato, we call it potato, but in fact, before calling it potato, it was there, the object was there. We gave a name. Similarly, this body also is not because of, I have not done anything to become like this. The Lord wanted to become like this. The Lord resides in the stomach. in the form of the capacity in the stomach. The capacity of the stomach means what? See, it's a blast furnace. It, it keeps churning. It keeps churning food, and based on that, the body gets energy to work. That's the system. Stomach means what? It's a place where you put some eatables so that it produces energy. Diesel, petrol, etc. Whatever you say, you put inside tomato, potato, so many things. You put inside. Everything will turn into energy. So the system belongs to the Lord. The eating system, digestive system belongs to the Lord. Similarly, the external objects also belongs to the Lord. So no problem. Then what should I do then? See what you should eat, what you should not eat. That's the reason why varieties of things are there outside. What is desirable for this body now? You've got the brain also. What the body needs now. No, this is the need of the body. Take it. No, this I don't take it. Don't take it. Do you miss any object? Then you have got to be careful. If you miss means you are unhappy. I don't miss anything because I am fortunate to eat today. I am fortunate. You should understand what I mean by fortunate, being fortunate. I am fortunate because the Lord has allowed me to eat today. How do I know the Lord has allowed me? Many people are not able to eat today because they are all gone. Or even if they are alive, the system is not taking. I have to see this. And why somebody is not able to take because he has got some problem in the mouth and all, you don't know. And why he has got the problem? Because this is how he deserves that. He deserves. That's very important. That's very important. He deserves that. So, and why that happened? If you say it should not happen, if you say then you are going against the law. Everybody should be having very good health. Suppose you say, then you are not. Your thinking is wrong. Nobody should die here. Your thinking is wrong. Nobody should become old. Your thinking is wrong. Nobody should forget. Your thinking is wrong. So go along with the system the Lord has created. Go along with the system so that you will remain happy. So everything becomes Lord means what? The nature of action, nature of result, nature of forgetfulness, nature of sorrow. What is the nature of sorrow? The more you say this shouldn't have happened, the unhappy you will become. You become more and more unhappy. This is how it is supposed to happen. You have to say it is raining cats and dogs. It is raining heavily. Suppose you say no heavily. This is how it is supposed to be. You have to act accordingly. Too much of heat, yes, too much of heat, but you have to act accordingly. It should happen. There's no question of it shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened means you are happy. That's why it takes time. And given the situation, you can see what you can do. Everybody does that. And when you can do something, don't neglect. And when you cannot do something, try to understand the situation and remain cool. There's no other way. Everybody accepts, except the person who is lying in the bed. Everybody says, naturally, he is 95, therefore how can he walk? Everybody knows that. But that fellow says, no, you should have brought some vitamins, etc. I would work, etc. This fellow says, desire is there, still desire is there to be here, to eat more and walk around. So you have to understand the nature of the body. Nature of the body means nature of the Lord. Just like I told you, the nature of the potato, we call it potato has its nature. Similarly, this body has got this nature, and accordingly you have to use the body. You cannot go against the law. Once you go against the law means you will be unhappy. So this aspect has got to be assimilated. Difficult aspect, comfortable aspect, both are part and parcel of life, just like day and night. So difficult times beautiful, comfortable times also beautiful. So when difficult times become beautiful for you because of your practice, you have to practice again and again. Difficult times comes for each and everybody in this world. Ask anybody you ask. Everybody has difficult times. So that time also is is the wish of the Lord. If you understand, then you can slowly see how the Lord exists everywhere, in every situation, in the form of every situation, in the form of every object, in the form of your forgetfulness, your memory, and everything. Slowly, what slowly what will happen? The Lord will start in the universe will start appearing like the Lord for you. So when the universe becomes the Lord for you, your job is over. You have done. So that is what the spiritual pursuit. It's not something imaginary, etc. Nothing imaginary here. You have to assimilate the nature of the universe and be happy with that. That is the best for each and every human being. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.